Hello everyone and welcome to Thirsties Live. Today we are going to be talking about removing exterior stains from cloth diapers. So there's a lot of resources out there about removing stains from like the interior of a cloth diaper, because obviously babies poop in diapers and that potentially leaves stains. So there's a lot of resources about what to do when you have a stain on the inside. However, what do you do if you get some kind of a stain on the outside of your diaper? Alright, so we're going to talk about a couple of tips and tricks for you guys to try with that. So be sure that you go ahead, say hi, and if you have had experience with a stain on the outside of a diaper, tell us what type of a stain it was, or perhaps what you did for it. So we've got people saying hi. Yes, isn't this cute? This is the Surf's Up diaper. It's one of the 3 prints from our Beach Bum Babies collection. So there's Surf's Ups, and this is a Beach Party, and then there's Whales, which actually I think my Whales is in another room. I didn't have a chance to grab it. But in any case, I thought I'd use those diapers just to give you guys an extra peek at those. So let's talk. First off, today's live has a major disclaimer in that anytime you are trying to remove a stain from the outside of a diaper, so here, I'll hold up my lovely Woodlands print. There are lots of beautiful Thirsties prints that have white backgrounds, right? So anytime you are trying to remove a stain from the exterior of the diaper, you have to do a bit of a cost, risk-benefit analysis here. All right, so what are the risks involved in trying to remove stains from the exterior of a cloth diaper? One, you got to be careful that you aren't impacting the lamination, okay? So that's one. And when I say lamination, I'm talking about the TPU. So here, this is one of our sized diaper covers. Once you tried sunning it, it didn't work. After a few regular washes, it has gone away. Excellent feedback. Thank you, Lauren. So you want to be careful with whatever stain treatment you're using that it's not going to impact the lamination, and it's not going to, our dyes, our ink is very, very rarely do we hear feedback about the ink in our diapers bleeding or leaching out. However, if you're using powerful stuff to try to remove a stain on the exterior, that is a potential risk. We haven't had a whole lot of feedback with that happening, but just like Donna, Black Women Cloth Diaper, is saying, don't over bleach. Oh gosh, Donna, what are your stories? Did you, hopefully you didn't totally ruin your diapers. And also, this advice that we're giving you is specific to Thirsties products. So before doing something to another diaper in your stash, you're going to want to check with that diaper's manufacturers, okay? All right. So since Donna brought up bleach, let's just talk about that from the start. We do not recommend you using bleach to try to remove any stains from, well, really, you shouldn't be, for cloth diapers, you should not be using bleach for stains. If you need to use bleach, there are only 2 times really that you need to do it. One if you're disinfecting, like say your baby gets a yeast infection or a bacterial infection, you are probably going to need to do a cycle with bleach to disinfect. And if that's the case, usually it's around like a quarter of a cup of bleach in your normal wash cycle, and then lots and lots of rinses. So lots of trial and error, Donna's saying. Let's see here. Oh, in your early cloth diapering journey. Yeah, and that's what this is. And so with some of these tips, it's really important that we get your feedback on this, because some of these we've read about, what we haven't specifically, you know, purposely stained Thirsty's diapers and done experiments to try to get rid of stains. So a lot of this is, yeah, taking the community knowledge. I'm not sure if Donna came up with the hashtag share your cloth ways, but that's what Thirsty's Live is all about. Okay, so what's the second reason for bleach? So mainly it's just disinfecting. So I was going to say reason one, if baby has some kind of an infection or like a yeast rash, then you'll need to disinfect with bleach probably. And the other reason is if maybe you buy like a pre-loved diaper, you'll probably want to do a bleach cycle. Diluted bleach for sure. And if you have any questions on how to do that, always email support@thirstysbaby.com, and our gal Jessica will give you the official word on that. Okay? Yes, share your cloth ways. It does apply to Thirsty's Live. That's what it's all about, right? Because it takes a village to raise kiddos, and it takes a village to successfully cloth diaper. It's one of the things that I actually love about cloth diapering, is that we do have such a fabulous community. All right, so let's talk about just some basic tips. So one major disclaimer you got to do with whatever strategy you use, you got to do a risk-benefit analysis, all right? And always start with the least abrasive approach first. So say baby is going pantsless and ends up playing in a mud puddle, and you've got like a muddy cloth diaper, all right? So what you're going to want to do is, before putting that diaper into the laundry, you're going to want to, you know, spray it or dunk it, do an initial kind of rinse off. And then anytime you're dealing with stains, you're going to want to use cold water, because hot water, warm water will set stains in. So you're going to want to rinse that off, okay? And we would recommend, before pre-treating it with a bunch of voodoo, just try doing a regular wash cycle with cold water and see how much that lightens up the stain, okay? So start with the least, you know, abrasive would be a normal cold pre-wash, cold wash, and if you need to, an extra rinse. All right? Yes, hot water sets in stains. Same with clothing, exactly. Okay, so after you've done that, you've done your cold wash and there's still a stain. Here are a couple of things that you can do to kind of like pre-treat. Okay, so this is like the second try on trying to get rid of, you know, just pretend like this is a mud butt. Okay, so a couple of things that you can do. One, you can try a solution of lemon juice, equal parts lemon juice and water, and spray that on a wet, clean diaper, okay? So even this works on the interior. This tip works on the gussets, okay? So like our nice crisp white trim, people get stains there, right? So this is a great option to try to lighten up a stain. So you would do it on a clean, wet diaper. Equal parts water, lemon juice, spray. Let it sit. You can let this solution sit for a while and then try washing again. Or let sit and sun it. Okay, but we would not recommend you sunning more than like 3 hours. Because remember, this right underneath here is the lamination, right? And that's what keeps this waterproof. Okay, so that whole risk benefit analysis. Okay, so you don't want to over sun, but that's one option. Okay, another pre-treat option that you could do is just put a little concentration of the detergent on there. I have lots of great comments coming in and I see them, guys. If I'm not responding to them right away, you know that I'll get you on the replay. All right, so, and be sure to keep talking amongst yourselves as well. All right, so try one, equal parts lemon juice and water. That's great for gussets, and it won't hurt, you know, the exterior lamination. Okay, so will sunning take the yellow out of the Velcro and the hook and loop? So that the yellow Velcroing, for some reason we had a lot of Velcro that, depending on your washer or like your detergent, it might yellow. If you have questions about that, I would actually just email support, because there's no one fix for that. All right, so I'm making sure that I've got all my notes. All right, so lemon juice and equal parts water. Another thing that you could try is there are some great natural stain sticks out there. And if you've got a favorite one, put that in the comments. So you could try treating the exterior stain with a stain stick. You could try, I have not done this, but if it's a really stubborn stain, you could try using like an oxygenated bleach, so like OxyClean, or like add OxyClean into your wash. Now here's the thing to know about OxyClean is that the more powerful the chemical, the harder it is on the lamination and the elastics. Okay, so it's that same like risk benefit analysis. Okay, so as you up the ante, just be aware of it. And I've got some people sharing some of their favorite natural stain sticks, so that's great. Okay, so if you need to do like a soak, or because some people recommend doing kind of a pre-soak or pre-treating soak with maybe like an extra concentration of your normal detergent, or with a little bit of OxyClean. Be sure to follow the directions on the product that you're using. Delete it appropriately. All right, and also we don't recommend soaking much more than 10 minutes, because that it gets hard on your diapers, it gets hard on the elastics, it gets a little hard on the lamination, and if you're soaking diapers that aren't clean, it can also like set in stink. So that's something to be mindful when you're soaking diapers. Okay, so another thing that we've read people recommend is doing a mixture, and this actually works with regular clothes, is a mixture of vinegar and baking soda, and just putting that on the stain. Like I said, when you're treating a stain, now I'm assuming that you've already tried cleaning this diaper in your regular wash cycle, but just with all cold water. Okay, that's assumed with all of these tips now. All right. Doesn't my mother know that I'm doing Thirsties Live? Sorry, y'all. All right, so yes, vinegar and baking soda, Adana is saying. Okay, so has that worked for you? That would be great feedback to get. Okay, so that's another tip. Now, another kind of stain that can happen in the summer is mold or mildew. All right, So when you're dealing with that, you'll be able to tell because it's little, you'll see like little dark spots, okay? You know what mildew or mold looks like. So if that happens, we recommend, first off, your first priority in that is to kill the spores. Okay, so that's the first priority, is to kill the mildew, kill the mold. Second priority is to lighten the stain. All right, so to help kill the spores, you would make a salt solution. So you just take 1 teaspoon of salt, okay? And then 1 teaspoon, let me make sure I'm doing this. 2 teaspoons salt. Haha, that's why I've gotten in my notes. 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of the lemon juice. Mix that up, okay? And I'll flip you guys around here so you can see what this looks like. So you essentially make a salt scrub that you would then rub on the mildew. So here's what that looks like. So you would take this and you would rub that onto the mildew spot. You can do this wherever this stain is, because this will help clear up and clean the spores, okay? Science class, yeah. You know, it's funny, my husband is a PhD. He's a biomedical engineer, so, although it doesn't translate to me. I mean, he tells me about, like, his research and stuff, but it's like way watered down, okay? So that is a good, kill the mildew and this kind of approach. And there's actually a great Thirsties blog post about this that then also gives you wash instructions on what to do with mold and mildew and how to avoid it happening. But a salt scrub solution will help kill the spores, and it'll also should help lighten the stain. All right, so you cleaned the stains off of your walker tray using a baking soda paste, and it worked amazingly. Oh, great. So what did you mix with your baking soda paste, Lauren? That I'd be curious to know. All right. So that's actually, let me finish giving you, because I do have the instructions. So you would make the paste, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon lemon juice. You would mix it and rub that into the mildew spots. Then let it sit for a half an hour. After doing that, you'd wash it with your next diaper load and dry it in the sun. Now this is mainly to kill the mildew spores. And remember, when you're dealing with a mildew stain, first priority, kill the nasties. Second priority, lighten the stain, okay? So after you have washed, put the scrub on, let sit for a half an hour, do the wash. After you do that, sun or dry on high for 15 minutes. Now that is to be sure that you kill, all right? So yes, the sun, the lemon juice and the salt will help kill the spores, along with sunning it, because that helps disinfect, or drying on high for only 15 minutes, okay? So be sure you set your timer on that, all right? Now, that said, if you've done that and the stain isn't lightened to what you would like, then you can try some of these other tips. But you know that you've killed the mildew, right? All right. So, like I said, first kill the junk, then get rid of the inconvenience stain, right? All right. So, let's see. Just water, let it sit there until it's dry, and then a wet rag and lemon juice and scrub a little. Yeah, okay. Great. That's the baking soda paste, right? That's what she was saying. Okay. So, those are the main tips. So we've talked about, first doing your cold wash to see if, you know, the mud or the spaghetti stain or whatever it is, if that'll just lift with the normal wash in cold. If it doesn't, you've got a couple of pre-treat options that you can try. And then just a couple of things to note after you have pre-treated and you're washing is remember, heat sets things in. So you're going to want to avoid that hot wash and avoid letting your stained diaper dry completely until it's lightened. At least do not put a stained cloth diaper in your dryer until you're satisfied with how light the stain is. So if there's still a stain on this diaper, I'm not going to put it in my dryer, okay? I'm going to let it air dry, okay? What about oil and grease stains? So, ooh, that's a great question. So I think with that, and I would need to double check with Jessica and get some of her tips, but I would start with the same thing. Oh, thank you. Isn't it? This is the Surf's Up print. I would do your cool wash, okay? You probably, with oil and grease, could do a little bit of pre-treating with Blue Dawn, like a little, you know, diluted Blue Dawn right on the stain. That does help a lot to lift grease and stuff. And so do a little treatment of your Blue Dawn if it doesn't come out with your regular cold wash. I would go with that route to be sure that you're lifting out the oils, and that shouldn't be too hard on your diaper. So Dawn, yes, use that on grease and and so yeah, just a little bit of Dawn, not a ton, right? And you want to be able with any of these things, especially once you're getting into like the OxyClean or Dawn or whatever, be sure that you do lots of rinses, right? Because you don't want to have, Dawn makes a lot of suds, right? So you don't want to have sudsy buildup into your diapers, because that's a recipe for stink. And I would rather take a little bit of a stain over a stinky diaper. And two, once stink starts happening, that also means that like stuff is against your baby's bum that you don't want, right? Right. All right. I think I've given you guys my tips. Wowza. Let me just say, I was a little nervous doing this topic because there's not a whole lot of information out there. So hopefully these tips have been helpful to you. Instead of doing a giveaway on this video, we actually have on our Facebook feed, we have a video introducing our new swim diaper that I am polling a winner for that, like really late tonight. So I think the giveaway there on the swim diaper giveaway, that closes at 11:59 tonight. So for this week's giveaway, head on over and get yourselves in the running. Actually, we've got a giveaway also going on Instagram for 2 swim diapers. And then the giveaway on the Facebook page is also for the whole print collection. Okay, so you would get your diaper of choice in Surf's Up, Beach Party, and Whales. I'm sorry, my Whales diaper is, I think, in my daughter's room. I forgot to snag it. But it's a really cute, they're pink and gray whales with an aqua trim. So, all right. Hopefully this has helped you. Yes, Donna, we are giving away the whole print collection, our whole Beach Bum Babies print collection. So tell your friends. I've got, it's on our Facebook feed. And maybe after this video's done, I'll go ahead and I'll put the link in the comments here, okay? So, yes, we've got lots of awesome stuff coming out for you guys. So don't forget to pop over to Instagram and find our giveaway post there for 2 swim diapers. And also go back to our Facebook feed and find the Beach Bum collection giveaway. And go ahead and answer. All right? And if you guys have found this helpful, please share it with your cloth diapering friends, because like I said, when I started researching this topic, there isn't much out there on this. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. All right, at least it was helpful to me to research and find out. But yeah. We'll catch you guys later. I'm going to pop on Instagram live in about 15 minutes or so. So if you want to continue chatting with me, we'll see you over there. Otherwise, we'll see you next Friday on Thirsties Live. And I'm going to do a product feature next week. So maybe put in the comments what products you're curious about and what you want me to talk about next week. All right? All right, everyone. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you later.